Gemini reaches its final expression, the sixth expression, by considering things carefully. Evaluation is the name of the expression. And Gemini has had this journey of feeling and thinking and looking at two sides and expanding its kind of awareness of everything and just checking it all out. And that comes in the end to finding out what they value, what has value, what is value for me subjectively, what is seen to be an objective sense of evaluation. That's what the mystery is here. And we begin in the 26th degree with the winter frost in the forest, in the woods. And it's beautiful. I don't know whether you've ever seen it, but if you actually see a tree devoid of its foliage and dressed in hoarfrost or something like that, it's spectacular. It's truly beautiful. And the beauty partly lies in the fact that it's essential. The leaves have gone, the fruit's gone, the extraneous bits of the tree are missing. And here we have the skeletal structure, the absolute essence of the tree. And that at certain times, certain configurations of temperature and pressure in the environment, that shows us the essence of its beauty. It's not pretty. It's not dressed. Its essence is beauty. And we can get to that state of self-knowledge. And we do that by this process of stripping things down to their essence and likening that exercise to our own stripping down. So we see what we love in a way of beauty in our environment. And we check out what that means for us. Why do we love this and not that? And that means something. And that actually speaks to us on a deep level, the level of essence. The next image is the gypsy coming out of the forest, coming into the community. Now, gypsies don't really approve of our mainstream community, and they prefer to be closer to nature, hunter-gatherer kind of aspect of their lives. But this gypsy's coming out of the forest into civilization. Having recognized a sense of self on the essential level empowers us to engage with others in the community. Many of us don't find that easy or joyful or even acceptable, because the community, it kind of means mainstream, doesn't it? And mainstream is what's given rise to all the problems in the world today, one way or another. We don't really approve of that, of what they've done, or even how they are many times. But what we can do is to address mainstream community for all of their faults in our way. The gypsy comes to the mainstream and says, look, I'm a gypsy. You're going to have to deal with that. We've found our essential beauty in 26 Gemini, and now we're saying, with that knowledge of who essentially I am, I can relate to the community and not find that a distorting experience. I do not find it disruptive or dirtying to be with the community now that I actually know exactly who I am. Very empowering indeed. And this gives rise to a sense of newness, I would say, a sense of indifference to failure or success. I know what I am. I'm not going to care very much about the implications of community disapproval and so on, even if I'm made bankrupt. I don't care. I am who I am. I'm going to do it my way, and the consequences will just have to be the consequences. Because on some level, we have to actually claim, this is the case, this is what I value, more than that. And if that means that the community doesn't like me or wants to punish me by making me bankrupt, yeah, okay, that's what it will do. But actually, the community is wise enough collectively and gentle enough, compassionate enough collectively to forgive the bankrupt anyway. If you become bankrupt, it's just inconvenient for a while. It doesn't destroy your life, as once it did. And this sense of renewal follows a judgment about failure and success. If society wants you to be judged a failure, and you say, well, no, you're wrong about that, I feel fine about who I am, then you can't be touched. And once you get to that level of indifference to anybody else's sense of evaluating you, you get to the point of, well, like the first mockingbird in spring, it's just like, wow, a new day. Every day is an exciting new beginning. Every person that you meet is a new relationship of sorts. Every challenge, every opportunity, everything is excitingly new, because it really doesn't matter whether you get it right or wrong, because there is no such thing. You've got to this stage of no failure, no success, no right, no wrong. You can do anything you want with that free singing bird of springtime. You know, I love spring, says the mockingbird. And, you know, you can behave with that level of joie de vivre. And this then means that the value that you give to life is not measured by failure and success and so on. It's measured by something else. It's measured by, well, whatever. And that's the mystery of Gemini 30. What are your criteria by which you evaluate yourself and your life and everything? What do you use as a judgment? The bathing beauties use form and their sexuality and so on, but there are many other ways that you can evaluate whether life is good for you right now. And that can be love and peace and joy, and it can be money and things and activities and social importance. It can be whatever it is. And that's the thing with Gemini, it just doesn't matter. Gemini's not interested in the material sense of things. It's interested in what's going on in your mind, including the emotional process that's going on up there as well. So we see the whole sort of business of this evaluation process has a lot to do with your sense of beauty. It's a lot to do with your sense of balancing your sense of beauty with what the community thinks is acceptable, and reaching some level of understanding of the relationship between your criteria for goodness and the community's. We have to make that judgment at some point for ourselves. As long as we don't let the community make it for us, I think that's the wisdom here. Let the community have its way of being and its morality and points on the board for doing well and so on. Let it be that way. There has to be a standard that we all measure ourselves against. But we have to make our own evaluation of how we're doing personally.